people are inclusive. Traffic police are also inclusive, so it's a good step in a good direction. Maybe when this is, and also the private car owners too. Some of them, they don't obey the traffic laws. They don't. So when they disobey traffic laws and they are to be arrested, they start begging. They bring out money. So both parties are guilty. When you say the last part people are guilty, I'm not saying no to that. But some private car owners are also guilty because they will say, okay, NASMA, please don't arrest me. Take this amount of money. You know, so Tamati Be Onishegun Kabewiri.
Well, I feel why that comes in is because the officials, when they arrest them and take them to their office, they don't follow the right, promptly reporting any errand officer at the nearest bus stop, making sure that everyone is also responsible. We have to live responsibly. If you're driving, drive responsibly, follow the rules, because truthfully they can't come to you if you do not do the wrong thing.
Of course.
They can't just come to you. They are not mad, they are not stupid, so they can't come to you if you don't go against the law. So please, let's all take responsibility for the right things that we do. So we have here Fashion family raises alarm over so here we're going to the Sun newspaper. We're also taking the highlight of the Sun. So we have here Fashion family raises alarm over activities of land grabbers on Lagos property. Honestly, this one is is one of the things that I really wish the government will come into and deal with it, because not just the fact that Fashion family are also coming up with this, it is more like a norm. So reading the story, this says scorn of the respected Fashion family Olafemi Omola Fashion also has raised the alarm over activities of high-profile land grabbers in Lagos, trying to dispose the family through forcefully invasion of the property located at number 10 Kudirat Abiola Way, Oregon. The family has called on the President Bola Tinubu, Lagos Governor Sanwo-Olu, and the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun to also step in and put a stop to the criminality. Okay, so he further said that Fashion alleged that some of the high-profile politicians in the state, including Chief Tomori Williams, also Cardinal Omolaja, aka Baba Eto, are part of the ongoing trying to grab the family property, as well as claiming other people's land in the state. He asks that the presidency and the Lagos government to investigate the activities of the men to come to the family's rescue. Okay, so that's how much we can take for the story. So it's really sad that we have top men who are also involved in things like this. It is sad. We have people who, this is even good because I think they also have a say in, I've heard the name sounds very familiar, but we have masses who do not even have a name also going through cases like this, and nobody gets to hear about it, and they get the land from them, and that is just it. The case dies down. So I really wish that there is a committee that is set up to look into cases like this, that is not just for these people but for also for those who have been faced with challenges like this. Engineer, I know that in your years of growing you have also heard cases like this. So what has been the experience and what can you tell us?
You see, this is not a new thing in Lagos, and the government knows what to do. From the way the man is speaking, he knows those people
involved.
Who are involved.
He's not saying the cabals
who are trying to grab the land from him, and he has spoken out his mind, and I think the government will now go into the matter and be able to solve the problem with them, because it's a very common thing in Lagos that this land belongs to me, my father gave it to you, my father this and that. The government will look into the matter, because it's becoming too rampant in Lagos. I think the government, he has addressed his complaint to the Lagos State government, President of Nigeria. They should do something about it.
All right. So, lastly, before we sign out, let's look at the last story that we have, and this says 6 UN refugee agency workers killed in Gaza in 24 hours. 6 workers in the UN's Palestinian Refugee Agency were killed in just 24 hours in Gaza. The global body said Tuesday, bringing to 35 the total of its staff killed since October 7th. Humanitarian and aid workers have not been spared in more than 2 weeks of relentless Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip after Hamas gunmen carried out the worst attack in Israel's 75 years history. Since the staff of hostilities, I think that's how much we can take, because we really do not have enough time again. So, going by this story, we also have that the United States Nations Humanitarian Agency said in an update said on Tuesday that the situation is being taken care of. So, Engineer, I know that this is not a good time for either the Israeli or the Palestinians. So far, what can you say?
These issues have been there for a very long time. Now the writer is talking about Hamas government carried out the worst attack in Israel's 75-year history. This problem, if you want to put a stop to something like this, the leaders of the world should sit together and dialogue. Israel is seeing this as an attack on their citizens, that they cannot sit idle and watch you attacking. They have the right to defend themselves. The same thing Palestinians are saying, we have been oppressed on our own land, that our land has been occupied by the Israelis. So if there is no permanent solution to this crisis, it may lead to a third world war.
But
and this is a one that will blow nobody good.
My question is, can't the land just be released to them for the sake of peace? Is there more to this land that we do not know?
No, you see, if you look at the problem from the scratch, this problem was caused by the so-called colonial masters. Many years back, the British said, after the Second World War, and it's about the Holocaust, that the Jews, they believed that we have our own land, and every year they promise that this year we'll go back to our land. This year we'll go back to our land. And British said, let's give you land in Uganda. He said, no, we don't want to go to Uganda. I remember when Roosevelt was the American president, he was talking to King Saud, Ibn Aziz himself, Saud, Ibn Aziz, king of Saudi Arabia then. Roosevelt was the American president. We are looking for land for the Jews in the Gulf. And he said, no, we will not give them land in the Gulf. Before eventually, in 1948, 49, thereabout, they were given land where they are today. And since then, there have been lots of war, 8 days war, 7 days war against the Arabs. There have not been any peace in that particular region. And if you listen to the word of Nostradamus, the man who saw tomorrow, his prediction, he said Third World War will be brutal. But after the Third World War, maybe the Fourth World War, before we stick and paper. We should not destroy ourselves. We have been told that the Third World War will be so disastrous. It will affect every nations of the world. Because the leather equipment they have today is not
beyond what they have.
It's beyond what we are looking at. That when the war breaks out, either you are America, you are Russia, whatever you are, if they start using these leather weapons, oh God, my God, there will be lots of calamities in the world. There won't be any winner, there won't be any loser. Everybody will perish, and it will spread. So, my opinion is, for the world leaders to sit together, find a lasting solution to this Middle East crisis between the Palestinians and the Israelites. Last one that, Palestine, this is your land, remain as a country. Israel, this is your land, remain as a country. And let there be peace. if you look at it very well, they are trying to make Abraham Accord, that children of Abraham to come together on one accord, the Arabs and the Israelites, that to come under one umbrella. But look at what is happening now. Hamas will say, no, I don't want this. You have been cheating us, you have been bullying us. Now Israel will now say, okay, with all our might, America is supporting, taking side with us. We will bombard you. We want to kill Hamas and level the whole Palestine and occupy the area. That is the intention. The Arab will say, no, you cannot do this. The Turkey is saying, I'm coming to the war. This one is saying, I'm coming to the war. This one will not blow us any good. So the solution I see to this problem is that the world and I should sit down together. Palestine, this is your land, this is your boundary. Israel, this is your land, this is your boundary. And let it be like that. And let peace reign. Because we in Africa, hey, now wow.
All we pray for is peace. And I really pray and look forward to a time where this will come to an end without more lives being lost, without having to have more people lose their life just for cases that can be sorted amicably. So this is where we come to an end of today's newspaper review on Morning Dew. Thank you for joining and staying with us on Cactv. Till we come your way, same time, same station next week. I am Modut Dominic.
And I'm Ola Oladipo.
And together we say, be Nigeria, by Nigeria. Have a blessed day ahead.